Okay. I think we're live. I think I figured out the mic. So, if you're new, we will figure out my adjustments here. If you're new, hello. Welcome to I'm Woke. I'm your host, Stormie Calder. And in today's video, dun, da, 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 I am going to take you through a full channel transmission on manifesting opulence, the energy of money, and the energetic magic of how and what to manifest, how to work with opulence. And I was very interested in doing a full channeled state for this because I'm very, very interested and curious to see what spirit has to say about money. I think this is going to be fun. I don't know what's going to come through, but I think it's going to be really interesting. So I stand by that. If you're new to my work, I post on personal development and spiritual development. I do channeled content. I'm a psychic medium, a shaman, a high performance coach. If that's your vibe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Remember to like this video, you guys, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I also have a cash infusion free guided meditation that I think you guys will really dig. I'm going to leave that link in the description below. I'm in the Akashic Records right now. I'm going to do a full channeled state and breathe and send the message. So I will, to a degree, be knocked out. So we'll see what comes through. If I need to take a break midway, I will. But I should be good. And then towards the end, after I do the channel, I'm going to talk a little bit about my program, Money Recoded, that launches with full steam all ahead at the end of this week. So if you're interested in that at all, which is about recoding, rewiring, and understanding, creating a really healthy, beautiful attachment and relationship with money as an energy. Um, yeah, the energy of money. And I will go into all of that and the specifics of the program at the end of the stream. So stick around if you're into opulence and money vibes energetically and the law of attraction. Okay. Let me just set this and I will be good to go. All right. So I'm just going to breathe deeply, kind of move and center into my transmission state. I'm going to take my earbuds out because I think this is going to drive me crazy channeling. And that's where we're going to go. Really excited for it. Thanks, you guys, for joining me. Leave any comments that you want me to read. I'd be happy to check them out after. You can still hear me? All right, guys, I'm just checking because I don't have the headphones in. Yes, you can hear me? Let me know. Can you hear? Perfect. Thank you. Okay, great. Why not have some fun today? Are you with me, with us in this beautiful entertainment value? For we are superbly prepared to entertain, dear ones. We are with you here to deliver a message that you may find auditorily pleasurable to your ears. For we are going to take a rather magnanimous approach in showing you and speaking on behalf of all that is good and all that is wealthy and opulent within the benevolence of this galaxy and many others that you may find entertaining, at least we'll say. We enjoy the pleasure of the seduction of meeting you in between your mind, in between the landscape of what it is that you think is your reality and what could be a very altered state of reality that would be far more pleasurable to your mind's inner eye. There is but one mission we have on this stream, and it is to bring you pleasure. And that pleasure is surrounding the topic of money and of opulence for what it is that takes each and every one of you away from the attention of God, of spirit, of divinity, is of money. So it is with pleasure that we will bring to you a landscape that would allow you to see money as a way of working with God's pleasurable aspects of self. You can take this stream as a beautiful aspect of bait that we are planting for you right now, for we know that so many humans get tied up in the aspects of materialism, not understanding what it is to actually be in the pleasure of spirit, to float downstream, to be in complete creativity and understand what it is that they value and how they offer that value into this world through their own delightful pleasure of their inner mind, creating through imagination what it is that they wish to see and plant into this beautiful world, a stream of income to support you in any way that you can imagine, any way that you can create a vision of opulence for yourself. So many of you live poverty stricken, paycheck to paycheck in dreams and not in some level of reality that you could live in an alternate state because you forgot what it is to be a god and walk upon this earth with gold below your feet and gold robes to adorn yourself with. Those robes are your beliefs. The belief that pleasure is not a sin. Pleasure is the access to what it is that everyone wants, but no one knows how to get. Very few on the planet know how to work with their own idea of pleasure in reality with God. They separate from God, they separate from source and spirit in order to access their own infinite intelligence in the mind, staying in the matrix, having to play feast or famine games, power over others, performing rituals of sacred service to the self rather than to everyone else. And from that place, they dissolve when they die and release all that is no longer available to carry into the material, into the marriage of the energetic plane. What most of you don't realize is that what you create as material can be carried over energetically into your spiritual prowess, but you would have to first create from the place of pleasure, from the place of spiritual prowess and God, using your own divine connection, your own personal creativity as the means through which you derive and create an income stream that can support you through your life. Many of you think that money is limited. Here is what we have to say about money. Your monetary system is incomplete, for it assumes a currency that circulates, not necessarily with spirit, occasionally with spirit, but it is haphazard at best. As you understand that every transaction that you facilitate with your dollars is an action on behalf of spirit that passes an energy that could be a benevolent creative energy that would easily and effortlessly make its way back to you should you desire or command it to do so through your own creative value and your attention to your own sacral chakra and awareness to what it is you hold of value within your personal body, understanding your personal pleasure centers, what it is to enjoy, what it is to enjoy the self, enjoy the pleasure of the flow, enjoy the currency that you seek. For if you do not enjoy what you have, there is nothing else that will want to come to you within the flow and landscape of creation, for it will see you as a husk and a shell of what otherwise it would enjoy filling and fueling. If you want more, appreciate the value you have. Each of you have tremendous value. The currency that you so often desire starts and begins within your own body, in the center of your own personal pleasure and desire. These are the pleasures of the flesh. Most would demystify this as sex. Although sex is a part of this puzzle piece, it is not the full puzzle. We'd prefer to bring your attention to what is the blending of co-creative energy in your own body, the passion, the fuel, the fire, the coals that you place within your own heat that create the alchemical power between you and your force of will and the force of spirit, divine will that flows through the organic matter of everything in between anything. And should you desire opulence, should you desire money to fuel your relationship with material form, then why not stop and look at how you are completely neglecting your own personal alchemy abilities within your body and everything you have already begun to create? Many of you have shut off the faucet, the fire hose that is your sacral chakra, with passion, with creativity, with the desire to create, the desire to stimulate, the desire to be passionate. That desire, when harnessed and not released through sexual act, is what holds the energy that draws more towards you, as if you were a magnetic pull, an attraction that increasingly drew energy to you on demand and command because you just became the source of power for the universe to express itself through. And if it is money that you wish to consume to fuel the fire of your sacral, then you would hold in the vision the money that you wish to create that tension in the push and pull, in the dynamics of the alchemical power between you as a creative source of power and your opposite, the creative source of power of source moving outside of you to then merge and move within you. These two creative powers come together and merge in union, in unison. In the unison, they create a baby. That baby is the energy through which you have been asked to provide. Your provision is your desire. If you desire money, this is the way through the alchemical power to work with spirit on behalf of spirit alongside your personal free will, where you are holding the energy within your body, commanding that the flow of the mystery of money be brought to you without a single ounce of effort. For the effort is in your sexual transmutation. It is in your sexual attraction. And as you peel back the layers of your own creative alchemy, your own ability to hold your sexual power, your sensual prowess, you will realize that what you give away so freely, whether physically or through lust and attraction, and we'd like to remind you, lust is not just for people. When you wish and wish and wish for money, when you wish for gold, when you wish for resource and you don't have it, you are lusting for money, which is to give money all of your hard earned energy without money showing up to actually have an exchange with you. It is to create yourself in a method of prostitution where you are sending your energy, which we will also call your money, your personal sexual creative currency is your money energy, and you need that energy to attract money into your bank account. So when you give it out so freely, and again, you give it out so freely by lusting over money. I wish I had more money. I need more money. I never have enough money. Everyone else has more money than me. And we'll tell you, sweet ones, even the billionaires say those very things. We are guiding you into the relationship with spirit to use money as a vessel of spiritual delivery. Many of your billionaires have separated money as a separate force, and when they die, they carry nothing over into their spiritual bodies, which is why the fear of death is so real on your planet. For when you don't do your spiritual work, all the work you do here does not carry over to the next plane of existence. However, when you are working with your own spiritual power and realize that creative alchemy involves two forces of attraction, the first being you and the second being spirit, being source, then you realize that you have to cooperate. And if you have to cooperate, then it means spirit has to cooperate as well. For when you stimulate your lower chakras and you create that passion, that drive, and that desire, honoring the value and the gold and the passion and the creativity that you have now, you create a furnace that draws in the fire hose of spiritual energy through money to deliver itself to you in the way that would be the most pleasurable for you. This is not you slaving away to fill your bank accounts. This has everything to do with you playing, skipping, and hopping your way through the matrix, skipping over what the matrix would say would create money for you, which is being a slave to your owners. Who are your owners? The billionaire dragons at the top of the chain who don't answer to God. So, do you prefer to stay in the system that would have you rot? Or you to prefer to work with Source? We're not telling you to leave your jobs. We're not telling you you really have to change anything by any sort of measure. What we are saying to you specifically is how you approach the energy exchange as a sacred exchange of dynamic value. And you honor that exchange and you honor that value. You honor your own value and your own sacred sacral energy. And you don't just give out that value to anyone or anything who hasn't given you something in the exchange. Again, bringing the attention back to money. Many of you, most of you, all of you, let's be honest, are chasing money like a lover who never came back to knock on your door or who comes back when they want. And they don't bring any gifts. You invite them over to dinner, you make a beautiful meal, and you say, I want more of you. And they show up unannounced, disheveled, give you some of what you want, and then say, I'll have time for this later. I'll come back when I come back. Many of you assume money to be an avoidant lover. The reason why is because you have not developed a sacred, healthy relationship with the energy of money. So money does not want to commit to you. Now, you might ask us, well, why are the billionaires making all the money? Because they are separate from source. They are on a separate rule book. That rule book is they punish money, and money has to crawl back. They use the master slave dynamic in order to force money into the hands and pockets of their bank accounts. And should you desire to take that route, you would collect quite a bit of karma. We don't recommend it. But you're welcome to make whatever decisions you need to make in order to feel good about your life here on this planet that you have so selected. Some people's idea of enjoyment is a relationship based in energetic slavery, punishment, pain. The more pain you endure, the more money you receive. What a terrible relationship. We would not sign up for any such relationship. But we would guide you. And we would be happy to guide you through your own higher self connection to help you realize that you can co-create, you can collaborate in partnership, in union with source consciousness, who would like to deliver pleasure to you and energy to you and currency to you via the frequency of money and material gain. You want more opulence? We'll pass a secret to you. It doesn't involve working harder. It doesn't involve slaving the body. It doesn't involve neglecting the body. It doesn't involve harming yourself. The self-harm tactics are taught to you so that you can never break free. We're going to be very honest with you. We have very little patience for the slavery system that is money on your planet. Should you decide to have a partnership with Source and decide to collaborate through your own sacred sensual energy, we would love to facilitate that collaboration with you through the form of delivering more monetary value in exchange for the pleasure you receive. This is not to be confused with hedonism. This is a method of spiritual development. It is a method of sacred art, sacred service, service through others, and service to the self. It is sacred collaboration, understanding partnership and harmony. You have to rely on the dragons at their whim to tell you where to go, when to clock in, what to do with it, when to cry about it, when to ask for more, when to give more of your power up to every freaking system that each and every one of you has ever been in. The monetary system is one of the easiest systems to collect power from humans. If you think you are not powerful, why don't you begin looking at the financial structures that run the planet? For your energy is feeding them. If you would like to share in the wealth that is offered on this planet, that is of abundance and plenty, there is no scarcity financially, no scarcity of money, and no scarcity of wealth. You could access your own collective destiny by practicing relationship and harmony with the energy of money through Source. Realizing that Source is not demeaning you. through money. That source is merely looking for any way to meet you. But if you shut the door and slam the door on money being a spiritual access point, source cannot bring you the spiritual currency that you so much wish to receive, for you have locked the door. I'm just tuning in for a sec, you guys. I just need a little baby break. I want to make sure I'm still recording. Okay, I'm gonna drop back in. Thanks. Open the door to the collective contract that money is sacred, that money is of value, and that value is worthy of an exchange. And that exchange is not you demanding energy from money and giving your energy up to money without actually committing to the exchange process, but you assuming a commitment. Think about this in terms of relationship. If you want one night stands with money, expect it to show up at your door randomly with no gifts, no commitment, take what it wants, and leave. If you develop a sacred, long term, lifelong partnership and union with money, you will realize that love is the answer to access more money. That love is your passion, it is your creativity, it is your availability to work with source in a way where you hold on to your passion, anticipating a connection to come to you from the universe. You are drawing in what you need financially and materially through what we will call the law of attraction, but it is truly the law of power. As you stand in your power and you are focused on your material value and your understanding of your personal energetic value in every way that you can, and you engage in sacred harmony and relationship with money, and you expect money to show up at the door and commit to you over and over and over again, and you share your sacred art of commitment through your own personal passion and creativity, being willing to create. Creativity can come in many, many, many ways. Some are more monetarily based, others are offers of service, others are offers of love, all of which can exchange monetary value. It depends on how much of that energy you hold and how valuable you see that energy to be. There are many different currencies. Not all of them are direct action. Although that is a wonderful currency, it is overused to the point of a level of slavery on the planet. There are other forms of value that you can leverage through love and spiritual integration in order to build material wealth. We know this is not a popular opinion, but we don't need it to be popular. We are merely making you an offer. This is an offer of sacred commitment. Should you wish to walk hand in hand with spirit through your development of your material goods, your opulence, and your financial prowess, your wealth materially, then you will be provided for in new and sacred ways that will break the mold of the matrix of what you thought it would take to build material wealth. For the system that you are on is built to keep those enslaved. Many wealthy people are using the system as the users to enslave to gain their wealth. We are not passing any level of criticism through this stream, but merely showing you there is another way that is much more creative, much more sultry, we'll say, much more fun, and involves a whole lot more pleasure. The pleasure of joy, the pleasure of passion, the pleasure of understanding, the pleasure of love, and the pleasure of creation. Learning how to leverage those energies that are typically associated with sex and transmuting them into the energy exchange with spirit to offer your sacred energy in a sacred way in exchange for more sacred energy that we will call money. And as you develop this relationship with money, money will come back to you over and over and over again, expecting harmony and collaboration, expecting to have a good time, and expecting a long term partnership. If money is not expecting a long term partnership as an energy currency and flow, it will not send you a pipeline of energy to your home, to your bank accounts, to your creativity. If it automatically assumes that you will not be present throughout your life with money in a sacred exchange, it will send the pipeline to someone else. For money is intelligent the way that you are intelligent. If you had 27 homeless people show up to your door and knock on the door and demand to be fed, would you feed them all? What if they told you they were going to do it every day and starve you and steal everything you had? This is rather cut and dry. It is very sensical. Your relationship with money, should you abuse money? Should you not give in exchange with money? Should you not have love available for money? Money will find somewhere else to go that is not abusive the way that you are presenting in your, and abuse can be neglect, it could be a number of different energy types. Or you can chase money down and try to enslave it. Good luck. If you were going to do that, you'd already be doing it. You wouldn't be watching a channel like this. The truth is that money is sacred. It wants to exchange with you. To do so, it needs to know that it has a safe home with you, that you're not going to abuse and neglect it, that you're not going to demand from it that which you are not willing to give, and that you're not going to stare at it long term, demanding that it send you energy when it's off doing its own thing, while you send it energy and you give away your sacred life force. So it has no trail to come back to you, for it needs the trail of your life force to know to where to go, to take the breadcrumb trail that will bring it back to you with ideas, with security, with understanding, with gifts, with financial prosperity. There are so many ways to work with the energy of money and the currency of opulence. The first and the most important is to understand that money is a sacred exchange with God source intelligence. That money is an energy exchange with your personal spiritual currency, whether or not you see it that way. You can choose to separate from that currency, or you can choose to have partnership with that currency, the spiritual current. When you separate from your spiritual current, you separate from your higher self, you separate from your personal power. Don't expect to have very much power. When you merge with spirit, when you merge to create, expect empowerment, expect more where that came from. Expect abundance to come in droves. Expect constant synchronicities. Expect constant passion, constant creativity, constant abundance. No lack and scarcity will be found. So it is with this, we'd like to leave you with one last parting message, which is you do have a choice. Many of these thoughts have been held underground, preventing the collective from understanding how they could take control of their own lives and carry over from the material to the spiritual and back to the material, the value that they build in this lifetime. The choice is yours. Choose a relationship and you will find a collaborative partner. Choose separation and avoidance and you'll find a partner that will find someone else. It is with this we find our message to be complete. We are in tremendous gratitude, dear ones, for your listening ears. This is less about the action right now. This is more about the intention through which you build your monetary value. And this is but one stream of what will likely be many to link together many different thoughts and ideas around prosperity. We wish to grant you access with a stream of consciousness that, should you agree, will be delivered via your higher self through your sleeping state to give you access to more understanding of your personal prosperity. That is the action you may take and we may share. Thank you for this interaction. It has blessed us greatly to be in a position of service. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna need a sec to sink in here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do want to tell you a little bit about my program, Money Recoded. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about what that channel is like for me, just because I think it's interesting. So I'm able to keep my consciousness while I'm channeling, but a channel like that, I'm only maybe 15, 20% conscious. What's beautiful about how I channel and the way my guides work with me, and the entities that step in that have permission, we have collaborative permission, is that they honor my power, which I believe they were going into in the stream, just in terms of money, but I'm speaking it in terms of like me and spirit. So when you see trance channels, what's happening is their power is shut off out of the body, and a new power steps in. Um, because of my sensitivity levels, I used to do that, but it's really hard on my body and it's hard on my consciousness. So my guides, the entities I work with, keep the majority of my power. Even as I'm saying this, I'm almost starting to shake. They keep the majority of my power in my body because that's my preference, just because of how it affects me. What that means is that some of the messages aren't as performative, maybe, as perhaps some other channels, trance channels, because I'm actually holding my power in my body, and then they're essentially facilitating through and overriding a certain percentage of my mental faculty. It's intense, friends. It is intense. I need to shake it off. Oh, wow, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me sink in for a sec. I'm like, so when I pop out of these channels, it's like my throat hurts. I feel simultaneously like I need to scream and cry at the same time. Because it's a lot of power that comes into the body. Depending on the entity or the type or the channel, they will, I forget what it's called when you stage the voltage down, like for electricity. So they will give me a portion to what essentially I've asked for what my body can hold without throwing me out of balance. Which is why I don't always channel like this, because sometimes it's a lot. Um, I am hoping to do these all week around the theme of money, and I'm really interested in all the spiritual channeling around that. Um Oh, you were feeling the intensity of it? That's cool feedback too. That, like, kinda blows me away. Oh, so cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. Like this video if you enjoyed that. Feel free to tell me in the comments either here live or afterwards, like what resonated or what hit home. Maybe any questions you have that I'll keep in mind and toss up to spirit around money. Um, I've already like put a pin because I remember she started out with more of a pleasure based system, and I don't know if that was fully covered. So I'm asking spirit, I'm like, hey, cover that and maybe another stream. But I'm gonna have to rewatch and get like the fullness of the information because I don't remember. Codes to decipher. Yeah, that was totally a transmission. That was a complete transmission. You will receive codes to decipher later. Wonderful. If you did enjoy this, I do have an entire 8-week program called Money Recoded. Um, this time around, it will be a live program. Although, if you can't make the dates, you're welcome to rewatch all the replays. Everything's going to be recorded. It's about 2 to 3 hours of channeled curriculum content every week where we focus on developing a healthy relationship with money as a spiritual currency, a spiritual flow, as a method of spirit. Money being sacred, money being the vessel through which God can reach you materially. Money is not your God, but God can use money to develop our spirituality in really beautiful ways. Um, Understanding how we work with the Kundalini energy in the body in order to hold and command energy, and then the intention and the power and the focus of that energy being monetary is very much what draws it in without tons and tons and tons of action. It has to do with more how you're holding the energy in your body and what your expectations and beliefs are. I'm just like all channeled out. The program is 8 weeks. We start December 6th live. Everything will be recorded. You get access to a student dashboard and panel where you'll get all of the information. Every week involves a channeled portion, an educational portion, a guided activation that's clearing. It's an energy clearing. It's an energy activation, a transmission that helps you actually heal and change your energy to be able to attract more money, to have a really great relationship spiritually with money, and understand your own personal self worth and value and heal your relationship with money. Because pretty much everyone needs money healing. It's just one of those necessary things in this life. Um, there's tons of bonus content as well. You get like like 5-hour long streams The money activation workshop ceremony, which is like 4 hours, I think, of, channeled content and meditations around money. It's really beautiful and really healing. And I shot an entire welcome module recently with some of the attendees. Um, so you get access to that as well. That's like 3 hours of channeled curriculum and content. I have all of the details on my website. It's at iamemmelina.com/money-recoded. And I'm actually going to skim over to the site so I can tell you what's in these modules. So this is all about transforming your relationship with money and financial health from limited thinking, limited believing, to prosperity, to abundance. All right. It's all relationship based, cooperation based. Um, I think about money as a person. I work with money as like a soulmate energy, and that has a lot to do with the content that's going to be channeled around streams like this, and then through the program is bringing such a great amount of love and respect to money, because it is an entity type, just like anything else. Like every emotion, every thought is an entity. The more energy we give those things collectively, the more energy they have. Money is a thing. It's not inanimate. It's a living, breathing energy. And there are really positive aspects to that and really negative aspects. We know the negative aspects, they're all over all of our culture everywhere. But unfortunately, the positive stuff isn't really channeled, spoken about, or taught. I've had to channel it all. This is a wealth consciousness program. Wealth consciousness is something I've been studying for like maybe 12 to 15 years, developing my relationship with money, improving my relationship with money, all from relationship value and understanding how to navigate my subconscious and helping you guys navigate your subconscious and what you believe is possible with money, how you receive it, how you act with it, what you think about it. So, money is the free flowing creative energy. It's pure positive flowing potential ready for expression. It has a lot to do with your inner child. What your inner child thinks about money is generally what happens with your money. So, we're going to be working a lot with the inner child as well. The feminine conscious of money as well as the divine masculine, but this program is focused on the feminine consciousness of money, which isn't like a gender. I know I'm making it about gender, but it's not. It's like it's more that we're going to be when I say feminine consciousness, I mean the flowing of the mother, provision, understanding the nature and abundance of everything that is from feminine consciousness. And those of you that are tapped into at any level of femininity and understanding of feminine spirituality, it's not about tons of action. It is about cultivation, abundance, harvest, pleasure, cooperation, partnership, harmony. It's a lot easier than the masculine side of provision, the masculine consciousness around money, which has mostly been hijacked by the collective. Okay. Oh, wait, let me shoot. I'm on the wrong landing page. Let me get back. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think I covered that. So, we're going to be diving deep into a mindful approach, helping you to recode your ideas of money and wealth and what it means to be in health with your money energy as well as the energy in your body, which is all very, very related. Um, Showing and understanding the energy of money as being spiritual, as being the delivery of spiritual concepts that can be tapped into not by meditating as a monk in isolation, but as you are living and breathing and creating in material reality through material form, using that as a method of your own personal enlightenment. Okay. I told you about bonuses. Let me look real quick. Okay, so I'm just going to run through the modules. So, module number 1 is Wealth Recoded. You are the sacred vessel. So, in this one, we're going to be focusing on generating the inherent belief necessary to change your current reality into one of financial prosperity, where you are seeing that energy as a position of you and source working together, not as like you separating your health, separating the energy in your body and thinking you need to continue chasing something that doesn't give you power or value. This is about understanding your inherent value and how to identify and increase that value energetically. We're gonna go through some prosperity mantras and a way to tap into the past energy that came before you. I wrote a way to tap into the matrix of hell that came before you and convert that energy into free flowing financial prosperity. So, this is all about really extraordinary alchemy, how to take the darkness and turn it into prosperity, creativity, and financial value. Um, Module number 2, money code number 2, is Prosperity Unlocked. This is all about healing your relationship with God and with money. I think we covered some of that in the stream. So, this is about healing your relationship with the giving exchange of sacred provision and everything that that means. So, what I love to think about this is, and this, I've been saying this to myself for a very, very long time, is that God and the divine is your financier. Okay. I think about it all the time. I'm like, man, God finances me. Not your job, not your clients, not the market, not the economy, not your partner. Money may come through many different vessels, but the power is God's power. God is your financier, the source, infinite intelligence, whatever word you most resonate with. You are not a slave to fate. You are a creative being with the ability to access everything you need when you need it. And in this module, we're going to free you from the idea that you can't change your fate. This is about opening up the blinders that have been placed on you, opening up your perception and your understanding of what could be reality, your potential and your possibilities, um, helping you to unlock the lucky and healing energy of money as an alive, creative force. Also tapping into your inherent value. Like money already lives inside of our bodies, honestly. It's just like, it's so good. Okay, module number 3 is the money code. This is about stepping into the unknown and trading your previous beliefs for prosperity beliefs. So in this module, you'll learn precisely what it is to give value to what you deserve and eliminate the energies of people, places, and things that are not of high service nor of high value to you. This is about working with your Kundalini energy, which thrives off of energy exchange and value, and understanding that exchange and when it's not in balance and how it's harming you financially. Because when your sacral energy and all this, the Kundalini energy and how it moves through your body and with spirit is not balanced, it very much affects your financial energy and your ability to create, literally, financially. Um, this one's about healing the subconscious mind, unlocking the patterns of scarcity, unlocking any soul contracts that are around poverty vows. Some of that stuff can be really, really old. We're going to be going into your Akashic Records and clearing that stuff out as well. Um, Understanding that money is not a scarce resource and opening up the abundance of that. And then working with money as the vessel of evidence to truly see what you're capable of. So merging your physical manifestations with your spiritual work so that you don't have to be poor to be spiritual. That one is a very, very common. I'm not saying you guys are like that by any means, but it's a very common idea is that to be spiritual, that you have to give up material, you have to give up money. And that's not where we're going to go with this program. We're going to do the complete opposite. Okay, so week number 4 is money is your mother, understanding the sacred dynamics of being provided for. So this is all about aligning your value and your beliefs with the concrete value you offer to this world. The truth is, you were provided for in a sacred way when you were born. You were given everything you needed, generally speaking. through this module where it will be tapping into that same sacred provision and being able to bring it into your energetic system through energy work, through auto suggestion, and through the channeled content to help you um, identify and expect the natural flow of money around you, to you, in your body, with the planet, letting go of constant worry and concern around money, and bringing the sacred art of sex, freedom, and power into your money manifestation. It's all very, very related. This is about unlocking your sensual and practical experiences with money energetically as a method that is deeply fulfilling for your creative expression. Okay, I'm gonna check in with you guys briefly. I got a few more modules I'm gonna run through. Beautiful. Okay, week number 5 is money is your twin flame. This is about embracing the inner union with money. So when I say twin flame, it's less about like another person. The actual twin flame contracts have everything to do with the first flame being within your sacral energy. It's you, it's your body. And then the second flame is your higher self coming down into your body and merging with your body. So, in this module, we're going to be stepping into alignment with your higher soul, activating money as the vessel through which your Kundalini, your sacred inner flame, is able to merge with your higher soul. It's focusing on your relationship with you and your higher aspects, and then money becomes the vessel through which you're able to reflect and perceive your highest creative expression, which is your soul moving through you into physical form, activating your sacred energy, and giving you material evidence of your spirituality. It's kind of cool. Um, so for this one, it's about how to activate the energy of money without sacrificing your authenticity, your spiritual integrity, or your soul. You do not have to go retreat onto a mountaintop. We can do it all, I promise. And activating your sexual energy, your spiritual energy, and your power simultaneously in collaboration with the sacred entity of money. Um, this isn't about sex. Your sexual energy has everything to do with how you create and how you hold or interact with or transmute your power. And your power has everything to do with what you can attract and how you create. So, we're going to be exploring all of that. In week 6, module 6 is sex and money are the same, merging sexual integrity and financial prosperity. So, money is a relationship cultivated through love, trust, creative expression, and sexuality. As I mentioned, like how all that power is created. So, in this module, we're going to focus on the sacred energy exchange and intimacy with yourself and with others. Sex and money are two sides of the same coin of sacred energy. Um, any poverty stricken or restricted financial flow and energy. And we'll talk about it specifically around energy first. So, any poverty stricken energy is a lack of consistency in your sacred sexual energy and creative expression. So if you're lacking money or you need money and it's not coming or you want more opulence and you don't know how to build more wealth or you're struggling, that is it's literally directly related to your sexuality. It is a sexual expression issue. It doesn't mean you have to go run around and have more sex. That's not we'll go into this in the program. It has everything to do with how you work with your own sacred sexual energy. There's nothing not sexual about power. There's nothing not sexual about that exchange and relationship between you and the outside world that is source. Without passion, is what I'm saying. When you have no passion, money is a bitch. like like you got to slave away for it because you have no energy to draw in what you need. I feel like people go in and out of these poverty-stricken cycles, even if they're not in poverty. It's scarcity. We'll call it scarcity. The scarcity cycles where it's just like workaholism, like just like not fulfilled in their work. They feel like they're a slave to the money. And it's a total just I mean, it's a lack of creativity. It's a lack of sexual vitality because that's where our power stems from. So if you're having an issue like not if you're not receiving as much as you need from this world financially and materially. The issue is stemming from your ability to create and hold your own power and how you're working with your sexual energy through transmutation, what you're calling in, how, why things are dying before they get to you, which is what a scarcity mentality is. This is all about cultivating your inner fire. It's really a sacred understanding of how your passion energy works. And I don't know that there's really any curriculum on this. I've had to channel it all through the years. So, I'm excited to go into that as well. Let me think about what else I want to say about this. This energy has everything to do with understanding your raw creative power, harnessing it, and understanding how to exchange it. Working with both your shadow and your light, refining that power and understanding its value, and then determining which energies, people, creative projects are worth your sacred alchemy. And your investment, and knowing where to invest that energy so that energy can yield a positive return financially from the energy first. Um, and then always being in the dance with money as an energy. So there is like a real commitment long term. Um, they're showing it to me like a marriage contract. Like I don't know the way that I perceive money and how money works with me and how I've guided this channel has come to me is that it is like a marriage contract, but in the best of ways, not in the shadow archetypes of marriage. It's just a long-term full life commitment. So when you're in it for the long term, you treat money very, very differently with a lot more love and respect. I'll say that for sure. Week number 7, code number 7 is rest and success. Money needs a space to play. So, in this module, we're focusing on creating space to offer money a place to expand and play with us and our life force energy. Money is both sacred and super, super playful and very, very explorative. So, we'll practice bringing in a flow of rest and space to allow money to come to us rather than going to hunt it down or chase it down, because money will come to you when you understand how to work with the dynamics of the energy of money to guide it in, to draw it in, and to give it what it needs so you don't have to. I don't know, I just feel chasing it down. You don't have to chase it. It'll come. It's like, have you guys ever heard with butterflies? They're like, you could either run around and try to chase a butterfly, like good luck. I mean, you can do it, but it's hard. Or you can create a garden that butterflies like with lots of flowers and plants and things that butterflies like, and cultivate the right environment, and the butterflies will just come. Money's the same way. Money is not your enemy. So stop hunting it down, chasing it, and placing it in cages. We're going to harness the wild, raw nature of money and give it a reason to expand in your life energetically, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And around this as well, we're going to be tempering the wounds that you have around thinking that money has to be counted like a miser, held in restriction. Um, and I really want to focus on feeling free with money and allowing that money to flow to you freely and consistently. This is all relationship based, energetic based. And then last but not least, module 8, money code 8 is the money seed. This is about stop waiting for something to save you and unlock your creative power to create more money. Hmm. This is about attuning to the relationship with source and your inner child, and that in relationship to your energy with money. We're going to be talking a lot about, I'll be channeling on merging the divide and connecting the dots between what it is to create the life of your dreams and rejecting the idea that that has to be hard, that money has to be hard, that these things have to be hard and difficult and tumultuous. And rather than waiting for someone, something, or anything to save you from your financial disease, your financial issues, whatever level of lack consciousness, scarcity consciousness has been kicking around, we're going to be harnessing the relationship with source to create a new reality with money every day from the place of active, consistent, and reliable participation. It's so good. It's so good. um, Mm-mm-mm. This is about becoming a powerful creator of wealthy and prosperous ideas, creativity, and never giving fear another chance to survive around you in the ideas of what is possible or what is financially possible for you. Releasing restriction, embracing faith, trusting the divine, based in evidence you'll create as a reference point to your faith. I'm really, really excited to channel this program through for you guys. This has been on my mind for a little while. I've been really blessed with the curriculum. I, like, fasted for 3 days just to get the curriculum through, and I was told very specifically on that landing page, if you guys, check it out, it's in the description link below. IamEmelina.com/money-recoded. Like, every word on that page, it was expertly channeled, like, my guides were like, they were like, "Do not edit this." It was a full-blown channel. It was really fun. And, yeah, when you enroll, you get automatic access to the bonuses and the welcome module immediately, and then we do module 1, we start that on Friday. If you can't make it Friday, it'll be recorded, you can always, like, watch it Saturday or something too. Um, I think that's the scoop I've got. If you guys have any questions, feel free to grab my email in the description below. Send me an email, let me know. If you want me to hold space for you energetically, if for any reason this feels like a jump or a leap, whether financially or emotionally, send me an email and tell me your intention, and I will place it on my altar and I will hold that space for you, which is like my guides helping to clear space and clear room for you. If you feel guided to this, you will know it'll feel resonant. And if you're not sure, you can tap into the energy, place your hand on your heart, breathe into your heart, and ask your higher self to communicate to you in a way that would help you discern if this is the right decision for you. Be like, let me know, give me a synchronicity. Feel your heart. If you have a full heart based desire, that's a good sign. I feel like you're going to know if it's a yes or no for you. And again, shoot me an email if you have any questions. I'm trying to read through some of your comments, Dylan. I can't see super close. My computer's like far away from me. Sweet. Are you go Wait, are you in Florida now? Is that what you're saying? Oh my gosh. If you guys have questions now too, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will stick around for a couple minutes. Let me think if there's anything else I wanted to mention around that. Oh, I think I forgot to say there's Q&As every week too, because this round is live. So you're gonna have 8 opportunities to ask relevant questions, um, and get that one-on-one mentorship with me in this way as well, and with my channel. Let me just ask Spirit if there's anything else I need to bring my attention to communicate with you guys. How long are we to? Okay. I think that's it. I think that's what I got. If that feels guided, um, click the link down below, check out the landing page. You can read through it. There's a promo code in the description below as well that you can use at checkout. It is Money Honey. There is a pay in full option. If you pay in full, I will send you a Money Honey hoodie as a thank you, as a gifty. And there are a couple of payment plan options as well to make that accessible. Yes. What'd you say? It would be fitting because when I got into ARI, I was on my way to Florida. Oh, you're saying it's the same energy dynamics? That's fun. If you're vibing with it, we will have you. Dylan, that sounds like fun. Kimmy, thank you. Yes. I'm going to do my best to do these every evening for the week. Probably between 8 and 9 PM Pacific Standard Time. So if you're interested, um, stick around through the week and I will channel as much as I can, depending on the day. I'm like, "I think I'll do it." So, we'll find out tomorrow. But that's my loose social agreement here. But okay. All right, you guys, if you got any more questions, you can drop them in the comments or send me an email. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're just catching it now after I jump off, feel free to rewatch the channel. And enjoy yourselves, enjoy your day, and I will see you all soon. Bye, friends.